First card out we have is the Ace of Swords. In reverse, Seven of Cups, two. The Lovers, Gemini energy. Hierophant could be dealing with a Taurus. Queen of Swords could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. And the Emperor could be dealing with an Aries. On the bottom of the deck we have Aquarius energy with the Star. So you've been through it. Well, you've been through it anyway with Queen of Swords. She comes out for me when she's been hurt. But in the Fool's journey to get to the Star, you've been through the Devil, codependency, and the Tower. It is a period of rest, respite, healing mind, body and soul. It is a card of attraction for me. You could draw quite a bit of attention to you. Here's a naked woman on the card. Also could indicate someone that's in the spotlight. Some of you could do, YouTube yourself, things like that. But it's a card of destiny. It's having faith in the universe. Just holding your hands up and leaving it up to the divine at the minute. Now, Ace of Swords in reverse. Any ace in reverse for me can indicate missed opportunities, delays, something just unable to get off the ground. It can be not seeing things clearly, but I do also see when I have a King or Queen of Swords out, using that sword to cut yourself free from a connection. You could have tried doing that, but energetically there may still be some connections there with it being in reverse. For me, also, any sword in reverse can indicate lies. Someone not speaking their truth. But yeah, not having clarity, because we do have some confusion there with the Seven of Cups. Emotional confusion, possibly not seeing things clearly. Hierophant can indicate a marriage, high level of commitment. To me, it can sometimes just indicate a very spiritual connection. Those karmic connections where we do have a lot of spiritual growth, not always the easiest connections to deal with, can be quite painful. But there definitely could have been an end to a marriage or a higher level of commitment with that Ace of Swords slicing straight down into that card. Seven of Cups, like I say, you could just have options and you're trying to be very logical while making a decision, because we do have a decision with the Lovers. But it can be not seeing things clearly, not seeing through that fog, emotional confusion for some. Could be why you've activated your Ice Queen, because this situation has caused you a lot of emotional upheaval. Queen of Swords, though, she comes out when she's been hurt, when there's been heartbreak or loss in love. She becomes very guarded. She will speak her truth. So the not speaking the truth, that certainly isn't your energy. But you're guarded against this Emperor. You're dealing with someone who is very guarded also. Both got a bit of a poker face on. You are still focused a bit on them, because if you're new to my channel, I go off how the pictures interact with each other. They're very much aware of this, but they're acting cool, calm and collected, like they're not bothered. We'll see if that's the case when we get their side out. But connecting with that Emperor. Emperor can also be a husband, someone you were married to, had children with, or they could already be in a commitment, because it's coming with the Lovers, which can be a choice between two people. Something was unable to get off the ground due to a commitment, so some of you could definitely be dealing with someone who is already in a committed relationship. Look, the Lovers is a choice. Overall, a choice in love. Could be this Emperor or you had a choice between two people, but let's see. It is a very strong connection, very spiritual connection for some. With that Lovers... Oh, one of my nails has just flung off. With that Lovers being in the upright, it is mutual. It's a very strong connection. Emperor can also be a boss, because we do have finances and career out. I did say some of you could be involved in a workplace situation. First card out, your energy. Could be dealing with a fellow Pisces. High Priestess. I told you, keeping that poker face on. Four of Swords. The Fool. Aries energy again. Mirroring each other with the Seven of Cups. Five of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles. Earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. On the bottom of the deck we have the Two of Swords. Completely a stalemate with each other. there is a decision that needs to be made as well. Someone's struggling to make a decision. But overall, I see the Two of Swords as a blockage, something causing a blockage in a connection. Now, High Priestess can indicate secrets, but it is also someone keeping the cards close to the chest. Very Emperor-like, not wearing the heart on the sleeve, not giving much away. Got a poker face on as this person at the minute, but like you, there's emotional confusion. Both of you could have options, or this person could have had options and you're no longer willing to be an option. That's why your Queen of Swords has come out. Can indicate giving into temptation. You two could strongly tempt each other. That past life relationship and the playfulness card do look like very passionate energies. But the Four of Swords is no one taking action at the minute. They're certainly not taking action. It is my card of being on a break or in separation from each other. They are thinking about this a lot though, but Five of Swords, conflict, drama, can indicate mind games at play. Someone's walked away and the other person is none too happy about it. I feel a lot of mental conflict going on with this person at the minute with those two sword cards together. The Fool, wanting new beginnings, wanting to take a leap of faith. So you've closed something out with this person. If they did have a choice between two people, this Queen of Pentacles could indicate they are already committed to a significant other. If not, then, they're wanting to come in and offer commitment. It's a very committed, grounded, nurturing energy. You could be very focused on work as well at the minute, and they know that. They see that. But we'll get some clarifiers and dig a bit deeper. Do have to point out we've got two Queens on the table and one Emperor. We do have the Lovers. Some of you are definitely dealing with a third party situation. This is why I love tarot. Ace of Swords in reverse, clarified by King of Swords in reverse. They're not being honest. They're not being honest in this situation, whatever that is about, because the High Priestess can be keeping secrets as well. King of Swords in reverse could be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, but King of Swords in reverse is very cutting in their communication, very, very closed off, can be a bit of a bully. Not getting the best energy with that, but yeah, they've not, whatever their truth is, they're not speaking it. Fool, mirroring each other again, Aries energy. Both wanting new beginnings, whether you are wanting new beginnings with this person, you could be trying to become, some of you have options with new energy, with that Seven of Cups behind, but I do feel there is still some focus on this past energy. Judgment could be dealing with a Cancer or a Scorpio. Yeah, I am getting a struggle for you and possibly them to whether to release this altogether. That is a decision I feel that needs to be made with the Lovers, whether to release this altogether, get that closure in the next stage in the Fool's journey is the world, to close out and then be open to new, or to try this one more time. Because the Judgment can go either way. It can be release or renewal. And it is a pretty big decision that you're having to make. So we've got a matching King and Queen of the same element. Well, twice actually. I didn't even notice with that. I was so focused on him being in reverse, I didn't even notice. Matching King and Queen of the same element twice. Can speak to husband and wife. Very, very strong ties here. King of Pentacles could be dealing with an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. You could also have a committed relationship on its way. But for the majority of you, it could be a case of this person's already committed elsewhere. King of Pentacles with the Hierophant, or you could have been in a committed relationship with this person. Nine of Cups, so that's good. I like the Nine of Cups. It shows you are gaining that emotional, you're overcoming the emotional confusion and gaining that emotional fulfillment within yourself. Oh, how much more guarded could this person possibly be at the minute? Guarded but still watching. If you're new to my channel, I go off how the pictures interact as well. Look how you're doing your thing, you're happy, you're, willing to be open to new things, new experiences in life, not just in love, but look how he's giving side eye. There, he's acting like no attention on you whatsoever. But there, he's still watching. On the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Cups in reverse. Water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. This can indicate a lack of communication. But also someone who's not open emotionally. They could have not voiced their emotions. Or a bit emotionally immature. Now, if they do come in with communication, I would be a bit concerned it may not be sincere, any apologies coming from this person, with that cup being reversed. Alright. Oh, by the way, High Priestess can represent a mistress for those that do, or, been put in the position of being a third party, or they did bring a third party into the situation. But someone's feeling abandoned and left out in the cold. That could be you, because they are pulling such a poker face and acting like they're not bothered at all with that Emperor and the High Priestess. But they could feel you've done that to them. 10 of Pentacles. Now, the 10 is showing up on their side. For some of you, this person is already in a committed relationship, I feel. For others, you could have been committed to this person. Have children with them, shared finances. For some, it is workplace. We do have the finances and career out. So they're undecided. Oh my God, you're so mirroring each other. You're undecided whether to completely release this or to try again. And they're very undecided about a new beginning. Some of you are dealing with a juggler, someone juggling two people with that Two of Pentacles. So under all that armour is someone who's emotionally confused, feeling abandoned and left out in the cold, but they're keeping a brave face on at the minute, acting like they're not bothered in the slightest about what's going on in this situation. Judgment. I think you're both at the same spot now, where do we just release this, or, because this is coming with a mental conflict card, do we just release this or try one more time? You both got some pretty big decisions to make. Chariot could be dealing with a Cancer, but they don't know what direction they want to head in, towards you or away. Chariot can be in any direction, it's just a direction, and it's coming from a very undecided energy. Yeah, they are conflicted about this. They've got the Five of Swords and the Five of Wands. Five of Wands conflict can also indicate too many people being involved, too many cooks in the kitchen. For some, if that's not third party in a sexual manner, then friends and family being an issue. So for this week, yes, both seem to be quite guarded, quite, having to make a decision, both trying to make a decision about the future of this connection, but neither of you discussing it with each other. And they are trying to keep a poker face on, but yeah, they are very confused and feeling abandoned. But I'll get 3 of the After Tarot, because this week I'm not really seeing much action being taken, but we'll see. Get 3 of the After Tarot for either side. 4 of Cups, 3 of Wands, and the King of Swords. Could still be there could be some rejection involved with this person. I do see communication with that 3 of Wands in the After Tarot. I always see this. If you do communicate or try to with this person this week, it may not go too well. They still have a bit of a poker face on with that King of Swords. Because I see someone sending communication off when I see that 3 of Wands in the After Tarot. With that, they could leave you on red with those cards. Wheel of Fortune, Fixed Energy, Leo, Taurus, Aquarius, or Scorpio, Pisces, High Priestess, I told you they're still keeping that poker face. Pisces energy with the High Priestess, 3 of Swords. So some of you are definitely dealing with a third party situation. Currently that is not going on, but I do see healing coming in. The swords have been taken out, heart's been bandaged. They're still going to keep that poker face on for this week. There is changes coming though. It's sort of up to the universe now. Divine timing at play. Could be dealing with a karmic connection as well. Karma is at play here. What goes around comes around. But the universe has taken the reins now, I feel, when it comes to this situation. But if you do try and reach out, you may not get very far this week because you've still got that poker face in play. Yeah, Hermit. Card of deep contemplation. Could be dealing with a Virgo. Yeah. This week, I'd just leave them to it. I wouldn't even attempt. I'd just leave them to it. Because whatever's gone on between the two of you, you've both got some pretty big decisions to make. And they are keeping that poker face in play. I get the feeling they just want to be left alone for a bit while they deal with these feelings of confusion. And Emperor doesn't like being confused. But if this resonates, I do now offer extended readings. I'll be doing a 9-card spread with clarifiers using person B's deck for how they see the relationship, how they see you, their feelings, actions they may take, things like that. But for now, I'm going to get a card of advice. The spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated, cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear that you've gone backward, the truth is that you're standing at a higher level looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better and break a cycle set up in the past. You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and the lessons learned. Are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar. Don't be surprised that you've found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine, as you get to do things again, only differently this time. For you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Right, Pisces, that's all I've got for you today. If this resonated, please like, share, subscribe, leave a comment below. Every small action you take on my channel helps more people see it and it grow. If this didn't resonate though, please check your moon, rising, Venus or stellium signs. If you'd like to join me over on Facebook, I do run a weekly competition to win a free Celtic cross spread, as well as doing daily pick cards for advice. The link is in the description box down below. Thanks for watching.